I swear every time I plan to do a video where like I want to be outside and like in front of my Jeep or like just something, it ends up being one of the coldest days, which it is today. It snowed last night, so it's really cold, really windy, so we're just gonna film this inside my Jeep. But anyway, today's video, I kind of just wanted to do like things I wish I would have done differently, or like not necessarily regret, because like I love this build, but like there is a few things I wish I would have done differently. I know I can always change them, but like it's a lot of money, so here we are. But yeah, so without further ado, let's kind of just like jump right into it. So the first couple are ones just kind of like me wishing I would have looked a little bit longer before just like jumping right into this one. And that being said, I kind of wish I got Stingray, because the more and more I see that color, I'm just like in love with it, and I feel like the Stingray like lifted and everything all blacked out looks so nice. So I kind of regret getting black, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the next thing. I wish I would have gotten it paint protected, like the PPF, or at least done the extra paint protection that they were adding at the dealership. Back then, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get it wrapped. I didn't realize how expensive it was to wrap it, and I think the extra like paint protection was only like $2 grand. So looking back, I wish I would have done that, since I did end up getting the black. And then the third thing I wish I would have looked for longer was like a Jeep with heated seats. It wasn't too bad when I bought it, because originally when we were like traveling and everything, we were always in warmer climates, so I didn't really need the heated seats. I was just like, oh, like it would be nice. But now that we're more into like the snowboarding and we're kind of chasing winter and might be living in a state where there's bad winters, I really wish I would have gotten one with heated seats. But we did buy the Jeep in Vegas, and I'm pretty sure none of them on the lot even had heated seats, so like I would have had to go to a different dealership. But those are just three things that like I wish, I guess, I would have taken more time, looked around at a couple Jeeps, and not just like went and bought the one at the first dealership I looked at for Gladiators. I have to pull the list up. So the next ones are gonna have to do with my build. First things first, I really wish I would have... So, okay, little backstory. When I was originally lifting my Jeep, I knew 100% I wanted 40's. The only thing I was stuck between was getting the 4.5-inch lift kit from TerraFlex or the 6.5-inch Evo lift kit. I just couldn't really decide. The 4.5 looked like too small, the 6.5 looked too big, and I was just worried that like with the 40's there'd be too much wheel gap. That being said, obviously I went with the 4.5-inch TerraFlex, and now that the lift kit's like settled a little bit and everything, I really wish I got the 6.5. I know I can like still upgrade it and do the 6.5-inch now, but I just kind of wish I would have done it from the beginning. The ride quality is not bad of the TerraFlex. Like there's nothing that I dislike about the lift kit itself. It's just, I think it's too short. It looks too small to me, honestly. Like I know most people look at my Jeep and like, holy shit, that's huge. But like, I think just because I've been looking at it for, how many years has it been? 4 or 5 at this point? Like, I'm just like, my Jeep is so small. And it's like, I don't know. I just wish I would have done the 6.5-inch lift, because then if I wanted to get bigger tires and whatever, I wouldn't have to relift it. But now if I ever want to do 42s, I'm going to have to get the 6.5-inch anyway. So yeah, just kind of wish I would have got the 6.5-inch instead of the 4.5, but it is what it is. Moving on. Next thing is, I really wish I would have waited and got the 538 gears and not the 513s. That being said, again, when I got my Jeep re-geared, I was originally supposed to get the 538s, but they were out of stock for, or maybe they were on back order. It was something. They like wouldn't have them in stock for like a couple months. And I was like, I really need to like get this re-geared, because the stock gears pushing the 40's was not great. So the guy recommended, he's like, we can do the 513s, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I went with. They're fine. It's just like going up hills, it could use just like a little bit more oomph, and just like getting to speed could just use a little bit more. Once it's at speed, it's fine. But yeah, just, that's kind of it for that one. The other thing, I wish I would have gotten the right backspacing on my wheels. I couldn't even tell you what the backspace is on these wheels, to be honest. Relation Race Wheels, that's a tongue twister. Relation Race Wheels reached out to me and sponsored my build, so I got those wheels gifted to me. I just didn't think to like ask. It just kind of like slipped my mind. So like I said, I don't even know what backspacing they are, but I did have to get spacers to put on the tires because they rubbed. It just makes me nervous if I ever bring this thing back out to Moab. I'm gonna have to take the spacers off just because, if you know, spacers are a weak point. So not the end of the world. It really only bothers me when like I'm driving around like the city, or you know what I mean. Like it just rubs. It even rubs with the spacers. So I really eventually will need to get new wheels that have the correct backspacing. But it's what it is. Can't turn back the clock now. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of the gist of like what I just wish I would have done differently. I'm trying to think. And like, I think just when I got the Jeep, I always knew as soon as I got a Gladiator, I hate the stock look. No offense to anyone who enjoys the stock look, it's just not for me. It looks kind of dumb to me. So like, I was in such a rush. I was like, I need to lift this. I need to get the tires, re-gear, everything, like get it done. And that's what I did. And I was like, I'm still super happy with the build. Like I said, it's just, there's a few things that I wish I would have done differently, obviously, is what I just went over. But so if you were going to be building your Gladiator, or you just got a new Jeep, whatever, just make sure you like take the time and don't just like rush into it. I know it's very exciting, whatever, clearly I did it. Just make sure you're getting the exact Jeep you want, the exact color you want, all the features you want, because there has been plenty of times where I've contemplated trading this in. And oh, that's the other thing I wanted. We'll go back a little bit. I wish I would have got a Mojave, and literally for no other reason than the hood. I think I've said this in a couple other videos. I literally am obsessed with the Mojave hood. Of course, the new Jeep Gladiators, the sports. Of course, the sports come with that hood, like standard, which I'm pissed about. Like, why couldn't they have done that in 2021? But anyway, back to what I was saying. There's been times where I have literally been contemplating trading this in for a Stingray Mojave, or even a Stingray Rubicon. And it's not for much other than oh, that's another thing. See, the more I talk, the more things I remember. I wish I would have gotten the lockers. So back to the gear thing. When we were going to do the 538s, the guy was like, do you want to throw lockers in? And I forget why I didn't do it. I don't know if it was like cost or if those were also on back order. I'm not 100%. But if it was the price, I really wish I would have just spent the extra. The sun is like brutal. I really wish I would have just spent the extra and gotten the lockers. Again, it's just like, now if I want to do something, it's like I have to bring it to my shop, I have to pay the install fee again, or the labor or whatever, and it's just like, I wish I just would have done everything all at once and it would have been over with. I did think of one more thing. So obviously I have the PRP leather or pleather seat protectors. That was another thing I was dead set on when I went to go look at Jeeps. I'm like, I want heated seats and I want leather seats. Again, I jumped right into the first one I saw, and I have the cloth. You can't really tell. I'll do a close up. I have the cloth seats, and then I got the PRP seat covers for the front. So like, it doesn't really bother me that much because it's like I have leather seats and they're gray and pink and like they're to my liking. But again, just one more thing. I wish I would have gotten with the Jeep stock so like I wouldn't have had to have covers. So I just realized I never went off, or I never said why I wish I would have got the paint protection film or the clear coat, or the added clear coat. The reason is, I went over this in another video before. I feel like the paint quality on the newer Jeeps is not as good as it used to be. My 2017 JKU's paint quality, there were so many rocks and shit that hit that, and the paint never really got affected by it. This one, I swear the tiniest rock could hit it, and it's just like, boop, like rock chip. And then the other day, I'm literally so upset. There was a dog in the middle of the road, and I didn't know whose dog it was, and obviously I didn't want it to get hit, so I stopped. And the dog, it was a big golden retriever, he was super cute. But he jumped up on my paint to like, try to, I guess, see who was in the car. And he scratched the shit out of my whole driver's side door. I can probably get it out. I'm not like too concerned. I'm gonna get a paint correction anyway eventually. But like, if I would have had the PPF, I literally could have just hair dried it or heat gunned it and the scratches would be gone. Versus this, I have to sit here and polish it and whatever, get all the scratches out. So, and obviously it's a black vehicle. It shows everything a lot more than it would on like if I would have gotten the Stingray or white or any other color. But yeah, so just keep that in mind for anybody who's in the market for a Gladiator or a Jeep in general. The paint quality has gone very downhill, at least in my opinion. So if it's only $1,000 or $2,000 extra to add that extra little bit of paint protection that they'll offer you with the dealership, I 100% spending them extra money and doing that. I wish I would have, or spend the money and get it ceramic coated or paint protection film. And yeah, but just trying to help you guys protect your paint, because if you know me, I'm very anal with my paint, and now that I have scratches on the whole side, it's like, I literally just want to cry. I've refused to wash my Jeep in like a week because I don't want to see the damage underneath of it, so. And that is it for today's video. Sorry that was short. It was just something that I've been thinking of and kind of just like wanting to make a video about. But again, if there's ever any videos you guys want me to make, or there's questions you have or whatever, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Sometimes I always want to put out content, but sometimes I'm just like, what should I do kind of thing. So I'll see you guys next time. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and turn the notification bell on. It helps me out a ton, and I'll see you guys next time.